Do you follow high school sports? The San Diego Union Tribune's free UT Preps app is the go-to source for your favorite high school sports teams. Get schedules, scores, standings, news, and more right on your phone. Follow your favorite high school team by sport. Share photos and videos right from the game. See rosters and player profiles complete with game-by-game statistics and receive push notifications for game updates. Don't miss any of the action at Oceanside, Chula Vista, Torrey Pines, and many more San Diego schools. Download the free UT Preps app on Google Play or the Apple.
Welcome to another edition of the San Diego Prep Insider Podcast. Tommy Morris with Montel Allen from NBA Sports Recruiting and San Diego Friday Night Lights Magazine. Montel, how you doing today?
Pretty good, Tommy. How you doing? How you feel today?
I felt pretty good. Picks didn't go that well this week, so I'm surprised for later. I don't want to blow a surprise yet, but you got to stay tuned to find out how I fixed that problem, because I think I did fix it for this week. But Montel, we got to start with our top 10 list. So who do you have?
Let's jump right in it. Number 10, back in my good graces is San Marcos. Burgess and the squad are playing really good ball at 6-2. They seem like they cleaned up all the problems they were having a little bit earlier playing against some of the more competitive opponents. They got it together. They look they're rolling full steam ahead for the playoffs. Number 9 is Westview. What a tough loss they had. Wow. Tanner Clark, man, what a great play at the end of the game. They were in order to pull it off. Westview, they don't have anything to hold their heads down. I think they'll get back to it at number 9, at 7-1. Number 18 is Christian at 6-2. Petty and the boys look like they're doing a good job. They're back on route, ready, steamrolling into the playoffs. My number 7 is Mater Dei. CJ Verdell, one of the top backs, especially underclassmen as a junior, doing his thing. Again, let's talk about number 6, LCC at 6-2. Tanner Clark again led his team to a big victory over Westview. Ending their hopes of having an undefeated season, and they look really good. Number 5 will probably surprise a lot of people. I got Mission Bay.
Oh,
8-0. It speaks for itself. People could talk about the competition or whatever they want, but they are beating anybody they put in front of them so far, and they're beating them handily. They're not just winning; they're putting a pounce on them. So I like Derek Clark, Javari Ronson, Miles Dumas. They're just playing excellent ball. I like them at number 5. Number 4 is 6-2 Madison. Their 2 big losses of two of the top 3 guys we have, which is Saints and Helix. That's our only 2 losses. Everybody else, they've been able to beat. They have so much talent on that team right there. I think if they can get it all gelled together, they're going to make a strong run at CIF, and I think they'll end all the way out. The rest of the season, even that last game against Mission Bay, I think they'll upseed Mission Bay the last game of the season. Number 3, my usual suspects. Saints hit 3. And here's my coin toss again. Mission Hills at number 2. Helix is at number 1 this week. I like Helix at number 1 because I thought they played a pretty challenging team at Valhalla. I know they dismantled them, and they're my number 1 team this week. It might change next week, who knows? But the quarter went their way on Sunday.
All right, I'll give mine really quickly. Our lists are starting to look very similar now, especially towards the top. Number 10, I've got Carlsbad with their win over Oceanside last week. Very impressive. All these North County schools kind of interchangeable. They're all kind of the same thing. They're all great teams. They're all deserve to be in the top 10, but these are just the ones I've got in there. Number 9 is Westview, even after that loss to La Costa Canyon. Number 8, again, more North County. Rancho Bernardo, a big win last week over Mount Carmel, 45-20. Milan Grice, 35 carries to get the kid the ball 35 times, 196 yards and 3 touchdowns. I mean, that's a full day of work. That's like 3 weeks worth of work right there. Number 7, I have Mater Dei as well after the win over Hilltop. Mission Bay for me is at number 6. I'm still waiting to see them play someone a little bit better, but we'll see them play Point Loma this week, so that'll be exciting. That'll be a good game. Madison, number 4, I've got La Costa Canyon after the win over Westview. They're looking really good right now heading into playoffs. Same top 3. Saints with their win over at the Holy Bowl. Mission Hills beating Del Norte. And then Helix, shout out to Stinson, who had 228 yards and 3 touchdowns against Valhalla. No big deal for him, though, because that seems like an everyday occurrence for that kid.
You know what's so eerie about this top 10? No Oceanside.
No Oceanside.
No Oceanside and no Cathedral.
I was about to say, no Oceanside, no Cathedral. I don't know. It's got to be a while back in San Diego high school sports where that has been the case. But moving on to this week's picks, and as I was saying earlier, it didn't go well for me. And a member of the NBA sports staff was giving me the business a little bit, Christopher Smith, good guy. And I said, you know what, Christopher? You can make my picks for me this week. So here he is, Christopher Smith. He'll introduce himself and he will introduce our first game.
First of all, Tommy, Montel, thank you both for having me today. It's an honor to be a part of something so special as San Diego Prep Insider. As a CIO for NBA sports recruiting, I see a ton of high school football every week. So without further ado, let's get right into the Pick 6. Starting with Valhalla versus Steele Canyon. This game is going to be a defense matchup. Danny Bender and Logan Baker are the difference in this game, and I'll take Valhalla over Steele Canyon.
Wow, man, I can't believe you infiltrated inside the organization of SDNFL magazine and NBA Sports to kind of get your picks.
Hey, you know, I thought maybe you had some sort of insider info that I didn't know, so I was trying to even it out, even at the playing field a little bit. I'm down by a few games, so
okay. I see. I'm going to go with Valhalla as well on that one, and I mean, I think there's a couple obvious reasons. There's Logan. I think that defense of Valhalla is very, very good. I know Helix shredded them as usual. Helix shreds everybody. You know, they got so much talent on their team. But I think on even playing field, especially with Steele Canyon, I think Valhalla offers a little bit more with Bender and Logan Baker. They're playing at a really, really good high level. And the running back over there, Valhalla, that big kid, I know he's only a junior. I forgot his name, but he's a beast to bring down. He runs the ball very, very hard. He keeps their offense balanced over at Valhalla. And Steele Canyon's going to be playing with a lot of pride. I know that they're going to come in there, they want to win, and they have a pretty good secondary. But I just think Valhalla's too strong up front. I think Bender's going to have an excellent, awesome day coming around that edge, putting pressure on the quarterback. I take Valhalla in this one, and I think they can blow away at the end. They blow them by at the end. I think they have something to prove after that loss.
All right, so we both have Valhalla now, obviously with my genius picks for this week. So for my next genius pick, Mr. Smith, who do I have?
Alex Lillard, Khalil Davis, and the Foothillers are 8-0 so far, and recently broke into the top 10. With that said, they're playing Helix, and Helix simply has too many offensive weapons. Whether it's Nate Stinson, Makai Stevenson, Scotty Young, or Michael Austin on the offensive side of the ball, or that defense led by Jahad Woods and Forrest Hamlin, Helix wins this one easily. I'll take Helix over Grossmont.
Christopher has Helix. Montel, who do you have?
I mean, I shouldn't say easy one, but I'm going to go with Helix as well. Grossmont, no disrespect, I think they're playing great ball right now. Lillard over there, they got Quattro over there, the receiver, looking really good. Even Little Bailey, the slot receiver over there, is looking really, really good. But they do not have enough to stop that Helix speed. Helix can hit you from all angles, every which angle. They can go right in the middle, around you, or over you, doesn't matter. Helix is just way too strong. And right now they're looking state-bound. Bar Mission Hills, I know they have something to say about it, but right now Helix is just rolling on all cylinders. I think they make mincemeats of the Healers and keep it rolling, going 7-1.
All right, third game, LCC Oceanside. Christopher, who do I have?
And Oceanside ain't what Oceanside used to be. That one's easy. LCC over Oceanside.
Tanner Clark and the boys. After that impressive win, Westview got to go with them. And Oceanside, like I said, I mean, it showed 2 weeks ago that they started going down the downward slope. I mean, me and you kind of talked about it on the show. They weren't playing very, very good ball, and it's just starting to catch up with them. I think their defense still has a lot of pride. They're trying to play with it, but they got a lot of injuries now, and it's just caught up to them. They're not that good of a team this year. I know they're young. They should be able to bounce back, and all these other different things. But LCC's on a roll. These two teams are going in different directions. LCC's on a roll up. Oceanside's on a roll down. So I got LCC on that one.
All right, we agree with the first three so far. The next game is going to be Saints and Mira Mesa. Let's see who I have.
Congratulations to Saints running back Elijah Preston, who's he's getting close to 7,000 yards for his career. With Elijah Preston, Francois Sims, Jordan Brooks, and quarterback Rodney Thompson on O, and Sayal and Tyreek Thompson on defense, the Saints are simply too much for Stephon McKnight and the Marauders. I'll take St. Augustine over Mira Mesa.
All right, Montel, we've got Saints. Who do you have?
Wow. One of the surprise teams in the county, Mira Mesa, with Stephon McKnight, the Human Torch. He's playing great ball over there. They seem to be clicking on all cylinders. But again, Saints, it's just like Helix. They're just too strong and too many players on that squad to be stopped. Quinn Sayal his game is starting to come around. Francois Swims is starting, he's playing excellent ball. Tyreek Thompson showed up last week to big interception to change the whole game. And then we can't forget about Preston, who's probably going to be trying to go for the record, for these last couple of games to be the all-time rusher in the county. I don't think you see anybody stopping Saints right now. I got Saints in this one, so it looks like the NBA staff knows exactly what they're talking about. So.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. It looks like a little bit of collusion. Maybe I know where these pictures are coming from now. Moving on, we talked about this game a little bit earlier when we were going over our top 10. Mission Bay hosting Point Loma. Christopher, take it away.
This is going to be a battle up front. Cal commit running back Derek Clark, Nigel Anderson, and Michael Sanders are all threats on offense. The secondary for Mission Bay includes 2 college prospects at corner, Javari Ransom and Miles Dumas, arguably the best secondary in San Diego County. Point Loma struggled with being consistent this season, and if the pressure gets to quarterback Brendan Torrance early, this game could be over quick. Jalen Griffin is a game changer, but Mission Bay is simply too physical on both sides of the ball. I'll take Mission Bay over Point Loma.
All right, so on this one, I like, run DRC. That's Dumas, Clark, and Ransom over there. Those guys are playing at a high level. I know Jalen Griffin's going to do everything in his power to kind of keep those guys in the game offensively. I know Point Loma has a pretty good defense, and I know Point Loma's going to play with a lot of passion this game. They want to come out with something to prove. I just don't think they have enough. To be honest with you, I think Mission Bay, they're just having one of those destined seasons to be able to play excellent. Clark is going to be too much for them, and when they need a deep threat, they go to Ransom. Point Loma doesn't have enough. I'm going to go with Mission Bay on this one, but I think it's going to be a close one. I think Point Loma is going to stick their nose in there, play real dirty. This is going to be the first game that Mission Bay is going to have to really get physical in order to win this game.
All right, moving on to our 6th and final game, the TV game. This is going to be on Time Warner Sports Community. Not 100% sure how the whole thing's working. I know you can watch the live stream too. But it'll be Santa Fe Christian and La Jolla Country Day. This game will probably determine the winner of that league. So let's see who I've got in this 6th and final game.
The number 1 quarterback in San Diego County, Braxton Burmeister, will be the difference in this game. Burmeister is a dual threat quarterback. He can beat you with his arms or his legs. And Santa Fe Christian's defense doesn't have enough to stop this dual threat quarterback. La Jolla Country Day cruises over Santa Fe Christian. Before I go today, I'd like to thank our partners with SDFNO Magazine, Ruben Pena, and the best writer in San Diego, Eric Williams. Tommy, Montel, thanks for having me today, and good luck, everybody.
Man, you know what? This is one of those tough games, and I don't like to pick them, but I mean, it warrants. I'm going to go with La Jolla Country Day. I bleed blue. I have an allegiance with those guys. Burmeister is the truth, no doubt about it. They have Gorian over there at receiver, and La Jolla Country Day's been playing great ball ever since that snafu loss against La Jolla. They've been steamrolling against teams I thought that was going to give them competition. They've been beating them really soundly. But I know Santa Fe Christian's going to come in there disciplined. I love that kid RJ, their slot receiver, who made that excellent catch last week. He was even on the cover of the newspaper. They're gonna bring it, but I think Country Day has a little bit too much. I think Burmeister is a little bit too much for them offensively for them to shut them down, and I think La Jolla Country Day has enough defensively just to tame SFC just that much so they can get the win. It's gonna be a close game. It can go either way, but you know what? I'm going with the Blue Tories. No disrespect to Christian. I love you guys. I think you guys are a great team. I'm gonna go that. I'm gonna side with them.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pick this game anyway too, even though it doesn't really count for anything. But the Tories they've been playing amazing ball. The last time they've been this good was the 07-08 season when number 12 was catching the ball. Who is this guy? Look at this, Montel. Look at these touchdowns. This guy's unreal. Who is he? Oh my gosh, it's me. Wow.
I coached this kid. Wow. I mean, whoa. But yeah, man. I mean, Tories are. It's funny. The Tories are actually on path to possibly go represent us in the state, the Division 5 at the private school level. So one of these teams, I think, are going to go. Whoever's the winner of our league, and I think they're going to be able to play excellent ball in the southern region. I can't fault either one. I mean, I wish they weren't playing to the last game of the season, or I really wish they weren't playing till CIF to see who really is going to be there. But they're playing now, and I think it could go either way. But I think this is going to be the show and tell, and hopefully the breakout game that everybody's been wanting to see at Burmeister to see if he's the real deal or not. And I believe in the kid. I think he's awesome. He's just an awesome player.
All right, so we'll recap all of them. We don't really need to because we have all the same picks. All three of us are in agreement for everything. Valhalla, Helix, the Costa Canyon, Saints, Mission Bay, and La Jolla Country Day in the final game. Montel, anything you want to add?
Yeah, Chris, I got something to say to you, dude. I can't believe you sold me out and gave your picks to Tommy. Can't do that, man. We're supposed to be united in front against the insiders. But it's fun and games, man. Friendly competition. I think it's great. I think great minds think alike. I mean, hopefully we both go 6-0 this week. And I think the competition for this, the spirit of San Diego football in the county is just getting to an all-time high because we're approaching those playoffs. Everybody get ready, prepare for the STNFL All-Star Game coming up on December 26th, where the invitations are out there. So guys, fill them out. Who's watching? Who's got their invites? And guys that don't want to be invited to be nominated, please have your coaches nominate you. We really want to have a great turnout for a big game, and we're just looking forward for the season, man, to get to these playoffs. I think everybody's anxious to see what's going to happen in CIF. We're tired of these games now. We want to get to the real stuff that's going on. So, and I'm going to beat Tommy this year in picks. I think I got him with the last 3 weeks ready to go.
Yeah, I think it might be it. I think that this final week coming up, I'm going to have to just pick the opposite of you no matter what you say, just to try and make up those last couple of games. But hey, Montel, thank you very much. And hey, we're all on the same team. We all have the same picks, so hopefully we both go 6-0, and we will see everyone else next week.
Absolutely. Everyone have a wonderful day.